We'll go on to our next team, the Eisenhower Eagles. After missing the playoffs in 2013 following 14 straight appearances, they returned last year falling to Dakota in the district opener. They're looking to build on things and expect a challenge for the league title.
We got a lot of returners on offense. All our skill players are back. The only guy we're missing is our quarterback, so that's always a tough guy to replace no matter what you have returning. 3 of our offensive linemen are back, and that helps. You know, we got a center who's coming back who's a pretty good center. And so offensively, you know, I think we got a lot of guys that, fit our offense and they know what we do on our offense. Now it's our second year in our offense. Defensively, we're replacing 8 guys. We're replacing 4 defensive linemen, and 3 of them were all-county defensive linemen and all-state defensive end. And you just can't replace guys like that. We just hope we can find some guys that can maybe fill the shoes a little bit. And the good thing defensively is we got a couple linebackers back and one of our corners who is a really good corner. But defense is, you need just guys that can get to the ball, guys that want to get to the ball. And in a school this size, we hope we can find a few guys like that. We got good talent level, but, every school in our league has great talent. So there's a lot more to it, but talent-wise, yeah, we have players, we have speed, we have guys that can run the ball, guys that can catch the ball. Our skill's good, but our skill's still not as good as some of the teams we're going to play. And so we got to be able to play as a team. We got to be able to play a full game, and you got to have a little luck in this league to make it through with injuries and things like that.
I feel like we can be successful this year. I feel like we're working hard, having great practices, having great scrimmages, and I feel like this team's going to be successful.
I think our strengths are our running backs. We have 6 guys that can all play. In our offense, we use 3 running backs at a time. We got a tailback and a couple slot backs, and those are all running backs to us. We got 6 guys that are very good, very skilled, all quick, all can run, all have a lot of game experience. So I think that's right there is really our strength of our team to begin with.
I think we'll be good. I think we have a lot of speed, and our backs are going to be real good.
I think every team in this league is very good. We could be last, we could be first, but any team in this league could say the same thing. I'm excited about the league. There's nothing better than playing in a great league. It's just going to make you better, and we like the challenge. We like the challenge of being in this league and going every week and having to prepare for a great team. And I'm just excited about this. Not only our league, the MAC Red, but this whole county is full of great football. And it's just great for this area. And I grew up in this area, so I'm proud of everything that these coaches and these teams have been doing. And I'm excited about this year and being able to compete at a high level. You hope you see good characteristics out of your kids and they become good people. And that to me is a big reward. This team right here, they could do very well if we feel, we get some spots competing at a high level. But I see this team as one of our better teams in the last couple of years. But that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. We could go 0-9 and still be a great team. But you just never know. The team has to come together and be able to play as a team and for each other.
All right, Brad, Eisenhower is another one of those teams, a long-running MAC Red team. They're used to playing the top dogs, and last couple of seasons have been down, but the talent level I think is there for Eisenhower this year as well.
Well, this is a team that's really looking and searching for that consistency. They alternated losses and wins through the first 5 games of the schedule last season. Really couldn't get anything going until the tail end of last year, where they finished 3-1 in order to make the playoffs. Now they lose 8 players from last year on the defensive side of the ball. They're breaking in a new quarterback in a system that's really only in its second year offensively. So consistency, what can we expect out of this Eisenhower team? There may be a little bit of a question mark in the MAC Red this year.
Yeah, absolutely, and maybe a little bit of a surprise team too, because not a lot of people talking about Eisenhower, but they're a big enrollment school and they can get a lot of players, so you never really know from year to year. Let's take a look at their schedule. You see there the opener against Plymouth at home, and then they got Stevenson, so back-to-back home games to start the year. That could help them. Then they go on the road at L'Anse Creuse North on the 11th of September, Grosse Pointe North, and then a big one, Dakota at home on September 25th. That should be a big game for them right there. And then you go on to the next portion of the schedule, Grosse Pointe South and Chippewa on the road. Then they close out 2 home games on their schedule against Mott, and then a rival Romeo, which is a crossover now with the Mac White. So when you look at it, it's almost, for Eisenhower, you have to maybe put it in sections. Your first 2 games are at home. Try to worry about those 2 home games. Then you got to find a way in those 2 road games to maybe at least finish 1-1. And then you come back, a big home game against Dakota, and then you finish out with 2 on the road, 2 at home. So you kind of section that off a little bit, it looks to me.
Well, and it's got to be nice, too, to kick Rockford off the schedule. Rockford, a perennial powerhouse
sure.
on the west side of the state. But Plymouth, don't sleep on them. They're constantly in the mix as well. And I talked about the consistency of Eisenhower. There's a reason why this team's made the playoffs 15 out of the last 16 years. They get things done.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the Mac Red grind will be there for them as well. You know, I wouldn't say as easy on paper non-conference schedule, but their crossover games are going to be tough. You know, it's always difficult when you have to face Romeo in that last game of the year. They used to play each other all the time when Romeo was up in the red, and they do have a rivalry there.
Yeah, that Romeo game probably will have some playoff implications as well. Maybe a team looking for that 5th or 6th victory in order to qualify for the playoffs.